But apparently, according to Susanna, I'm obviously thrilled that more people want to watch our programme, but I'm not competitive. For me, it's not all about we've got to beat them. I'm nervous of conflict. He loves it.
You've made me even more nervous of
relishes it. There are people who want its presenting style in the morning. She's talking about the BBC, where she used to work, obviously. There's something very reassuring and very likeable about it. No one's ever going to be offended by Dan and Louise. I know them personally, and they're blinking lovely. You couldn't describe Piers as lovable. I don't think everybody necessarily wants a double espresso shot straight into their veins. Some people want a nice cup of tea.
Yes.
And there's absolutely a role for both of us. Anyway, of course, this was, once I read it 3 or 4 times, I realised this was brilliant.
You read an interview 3 or 4 times?
This was absolutely brilliant, because what she really means is they're unbelievably dull people doing an unbelievably dull show, like a nice cup of tea, like a little, whereas I'm the old double espresso shot, they're a nice little cuppa. And actually, with faint praise, you've absolutely annihilated them. So Susanna, in her own way, stuck that large metaphorical sword straight into their
Hedgehog
tea-drinking thing, yeah. Anyway...
it's a stealth move.
Yeah. Strangely. I did take the liberty of checking, hedgehog characteristics, because obviously wasn't entirely sure. This is the Wikipedia entry. Hedgehogs are fairly vocal and communicate through a combination of grunts, snuffles and squeals, depending on species.
Oh. Actually, it sounds more like
Hedgehogs
me
occasionally perform a ritual called anointing. When the animal encounters a new scent, it will lick and bite the sauce.
Oh, crikey.
Then form a scented froth in its mouth and paste it onto its spines with its tongue.
Oh.
Wow, this could get fun, the old
They do
hedgehog.
get squashed in the road a lot as well, don't they, sometimes?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Too early, it's children watching.
Kate, how are you?
I'm very well. How are
Didn't even know
you? Just realised we're all the same, aren't we? Blondes.
Some dipsy blonde in gold. It must be Hawkins.
Yeah, exactly.
It was you.
Good to see you. How are you?
Hawkins is off racing, of course. all
She's
week.
off
But that's
ITV
good.
racing, yeah.
And
Well, welcome to
you're
the...
covered in custard.
I'm covered in custard, yeah.
I've got to say,
I came ready. I dressed
watching you
prepared.
going nuts on live TV was really quite good stuff.
Is it fun? Do you
Yeah, it
like
looked like
it?
you literally lost your mind.
I know
I
it
know.
did.
Gone rogue.
Like you'd gone mad with Sean.
And they say I'm mad on this show. I mean, Garraway.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And you're sitting next to me.
I know. Well, don't pull that stunt with me, dear. Otherwise, it'll be a very short stay on the 18.
Be a ratings winner, though, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
We can't.
You like
Can't
it
have
now.
that.
Apparently,
You like it now.
Have you communicated your thoughts to Gareth Southgate that it's not about the winning, it's all about having a nice cup of tea with each other? Have you done that yet? I mean, obviously, you don't care they're going to win, right? Obviously, it's all about just taking part, participation prize, nice cup of tea, everyone getting on, everyone being nice.
Can't we all just get along?
No, we
No,
can't.
it's
No.
I feel exhausted by the endless conflict in your world. I refuse to be dragged
Would you
into
feel the
it.
same way if I wasn't here and ratings had plunged? Would you feel as serene,
You are here.
calm? Would you be giving big interviews about how gloriously unsuccessful you were?
I tell you what, that picture is from an interview I did before.
I've got to say, it's a hot picture. I know I'm not allowed to say that anymore, but she does look hot there.
Good.
There's no...
Yeah.
She always looks good.
But then I found out it was taken 4 years ago.
I think it was. It's from an old photo shoot.
I wonder why you spruced up so well. No, I'm joking.
Oh, my goodness.
See? Why can't we all just get along?
Take with the other.
It's a nice picture.
And
but,
I just say, the thing that made me laugh about this article, as Susanna Reid co-hosts a new evening show, this is Good Evening Britain, which is on the 28th after the Belgian game, she talks about risks, romance, and what it's really like sharing a desk with, and then they have to asterisk out your name.
Is it like a swear word?
It's like 2 swear words.
Anyway, it's 4 pages of this, but it ends in quite an amusing way. She hasn't been, quotes, entirely single, close quotes, since they separated, as you and your previous partner. She's had some, quotes, some nice times, close quotes, with men. But as she goes to bed at 10 and gets up at 4,
Yeah, so they're
and
early
life
evening
dominated
nice
by kids
times.
and work, I wonder how she meets him. So there's quite a small window then for the nice times, yeah?
No, they're early. They're
Online dating.
They're
no,
pre-
but
they're pre-watershed nice
she
times.
wouldn't rule out. She wouldn't rule out.
Pajamas.
How could a nice time even be pre-watershed?
Just going out for dinner.
Yeah. Do you have does she have any ambitions? I just don't think it's a word that applies to me. I don't have a great ambition. I've never had a plan. Oh, for God's sake. Can you please stop this utter nonsense? I've never worked, honestly. Forget the sweet little look. I don't think I've ever worked with a more ruthlessly competitive animal in my life. We all saw her on Strictly, right? I mean, it was a demented, crazed lust for victory written all over that face on Strictly. That's why I wanted to work with you. I was like, I want to work with somebody even more competitive
Am I
than me.
putting you off working with me?
This kind of drizzle.
Because that's the stealth move.
This kind of drizzle. I have no ambition. I don't want to win. I don't care about ratings. I don't care about anything. I just want everyone to get along.
Nothing wrong with that, Piers Morgan.
Do you ever do any news on the show? Well,
Not anymore.
well,
no. And